What's going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. So this is the recap of the Lakers game, which was the last game yesterday. The Lakers basically went up. I think they were up like 10 or 11 and nothing. They started off fast. The T-Wolves put pressure. They basically put pressure on the Lakers. They were playing the passing lanes. They were keeping them from getting downhill. When you play Luka and LeBron, you don't really want to commit off of the screen and roll or the pick and roll. You want to kind of keep them at distance. You and your other guy who's fighting against the pick, y'all want to kind of stay up top. Everybody else is kind of sagging off, but keeping a nice distance so if they get the ball, they could jump that and either they force them to shoot or cut off where they're going. Minnesota has a lot of long guys who are very athletic. It gives teams like the Lakers, who's an older team, who's not as athletic or as quick, problems. So when you see it, it's like, okay, LeBron James is a streaky shooter. He's a streaky shooter. He's very streaky. Like, if he gets hot, he's hot. He's going to shoot you out the gym, and he's going to barrel down and get to the basket a lot. If you're able to throw a body or two at him, the force or at least give him problems, he struggles. He struggles going against a team that has a big, especially a lanky, athletic big in the middle. This has been one of the reasons why he struggles against early in his career why he struggled against teams like the Celtics and Orlando. As he got older, he's learned how to develop a shot. He can shoot from everywhere, but it's not consistent. LeBron is a barrel down, get to the basket, draw an and one, or dunk on somebody, which demoralizes your team. You know, defensively, when he wants to play defense, he'll play it. But the issue was Minnesota won by letting Ant-Man practically was getting everybody the ball, making sure everybody touches the ball, got everybody going. The person that really messed them up was McDaniels. McDaniels was able to get to his spots. He was able to make some shots. Soon as Rudy went to the bench, DiVincenzo, McDaniels, Naz Reid just took the game over. They shot the lights out. They were penetrating, kicking out to the corner, to the wing, to the elbows, to the top of the key, and they just destroyed the Lakers because the Lakers are a team who has to run like a zone. Like, Minnesota's a streaky team too. They're not a real consistent three-point shooting team either. And Anthony Edwards really didn't go nuclear this game. He just made some threes down the stretch to close it out, to try to get the flow going. But he's not a guy that I would worry about from the three all the time. You know, I wouldn't lose sleep. I still got the Lakers winning this series in 5, maybe 6 at most, because I don't trust the Timberwolves are going to get hot. Now, if the Timberwolves want to make this a 7-game series or beat them in 6, I'm bringing Rudy. I'm bringing Rudy. I'm playing Rudy very limited minutes because as soon as he left the game, and they put Nas Reed at the 5 and they had Julius Randle next to him, they dominated. Julius Randle, and this is what pisses me off about Knicks fans disrespecting Julius, because they only look at one side of the ball. Julius Randle is a very good defender in the post, and he could guard the elbows. Like, he's very good against guys like LeBron or Luka Doncic. He's great on switches. Now, he's not a good perimeter defender. He will get smoked. But he's a guy who gets physical and he gets to his spots. He posts you up, tries to get into a rhythm. Him and Ant Edwards sometimes run a give and go or pick and roll, you know. So it depends on you having to pick your poison. Minnesota likes to get to in transition, and if they get hot from the 3, they're going to shoot you out. This was basically like a Pacers and Bucks game where the team just got hot. Except in my opinion, the Pacers are more consistent from the 3 than Minnesota. Minnesota's very streaky, like I said. Next game, they can mess around and miss everything. And then the Lakers, they get hot. Austin Reeves not getting into the game or being effective on the offensive end really messed it up. He has to be on. Not saying he's the most valuable player, but he has to be on from 3. Because when he's on from 3, him and Rui, when they're hitting their corner threes or Austin Reeves is hitting his shots, doesn't necessarily have to be the 3. It could be mid-range. Then the thing that happens is it opens it up for LeBron and Luka to get downhill. Luka has more room to hit his jump back shot because now that the screen and roll come or the pick and roll comes, he can get around that. He could do his boogie. He could step back. And because you're sagging off, he can make that quick pass to the base, to the corner 3 or to the wing, and Austin to knock it down. But because Austin's shot was off, it kind of made it difficult. When Rudy went out and they had Nas Reed and Julius Randle there, that allowed McDaniels or Walker or whoever on the wing, DiVincenzo, it allowed them to cheat to the guy on the wing, which is like a Austin Reeves, a Vando, Finney Smith. You can sag off of those guys because they're not real consistent shooters. And plus, the rotations were on point. They were basically getting them right at the half court line. They were like right there guarding them. They were getting physical. They were fighting over screens. They were pushing the Lakers around. The Lakers are a team, if you get physical with them and their shots aren't going, they are easily out of the game mentally. They're out of the game. That's how you're able to beat teams like that. If you get physical and push them around, they're done mentally. They check out. Because their leader, which is LeBron going to check out. And then they had a run in the end of the 3rd and going into the 4th, they had a run. Anthony Edwards came back and just shut that down. Anthony Edwards played a flawless game, facilitating and getting the ball to people. What also helped was Mike Conley. Mike Conley's ability to get to the second level and get to the cup or pull up at the second level and get his shot off really put pressure on the Lakers defenders. The Lakers don't really have a great defender on their team. Everybody's okay at defending. Like Vanderbilt, because of his length, he could defend a little bit, but if you get the right move on him, you could get him. Anthony Edwards crossed the hell out of Rui earlier. Rui fell. It was like, damn. It was dirty money. But you have to clog the lanes. You have to play up on LeBron James. Soon as he gets that pick and he gets downhill, the next defender has to come up You have to keep your body straight. You can't bend, you can't do that, or they're going to call a foul. And LeBron isn't as quick or, athletic as he used to be, even though he's still athletic for a big guy, for an older age player. But he's very streaky. He's not a consistent shooter, especially, like as long as you mess up his rhythm and make sure that he don't get those buckets like he does, you ain't got to worry about LeBron. You don't. LeBron is a very mental type of person, and he don't like all of that pushing and, you shoving him. He don't like physicality. He doesn't. Now, he loves to initiate it, but he don't like to catch it. If you get all up in him, he don't like it, and he's going to either flop or he's going to try to throw an elbow at you like he did DiVincenzo when he went up to lay up the ball and he slapped DiVincenzo in the face. That's the player he is. But Minnesota's not going to be hot like that again. If they're hot like that again, the Lakers are in trouble. I'm just telling you now. If they allow the T-Wolves to get hot like they did, Lakers are in trouble. But all the Lakers have to do is come back, push right back at them. Play over, like commit. You ain't got to overcommit, but just commit. Like get in their passing lanes. Like actually pressure them. Pressure them to take bad shots. You want to put the game in Anthony Edwards' hands at certain points. You don't want Naz Reid or Walker or even the other kid, McDaniels, to go off. You don't want them to go off. You don't want DiVincenzo to go off. DiVincenzo is going to be the X factor in this series for the Minnesota T-Wolves, because if he goes off, it's a done data. It's a done data for you. Like seriously, it's a done data for you. It's a done data, and you're not going to have an answer for it. If Austin Reeves gets hot and go off, you damn sure going to be in trouble if you're the T-Wolves. So you want to try to keep Austin Reeves at bay. You don't want Austin Reeves to get to the lane, get these foul calls, make these three-point shots and these twos, these mid-range shots. You don't want him to get a rhythm. Keep him out of his rhythm. Throw different looks at him. Luka Doncic, Luka's thing is all you got to do is get physical with him, push him around, and on the other end, make him work. If you make him work on the defensive end, you ain't got to worry about Luka Doncic. Luka's a guy who you want to work on the other side of the court, because offensively he gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired. So if you keep Austin Reeves unbalanced, keep him unbalanced, and you contain, you're not going to fully shut down LeBron or Luka. They're going to get their points. They're going to find ways to score. But you got to get physical with them. You got to stop them from you got to stop LeBron from getting into lower his shoulder mode. As soon as he lower his shoulder, jump in front of him. Like give him problems. Julius Randle he has the body to get physical with him. He has the body to really piss off LeBron. Like LeBron got frustrated during the game. When you frustrate LeBron, you're good. You could play. But if you're the Lakers, you gotta find a way to keep that supporting cast from going nuclear like they did. You don't want them to go nuclear. That is what hurt the Lakers. And then their switches were terrible. They weren't adjusting. They weren't communicating with one another. You could tell they weren't. Like, you could tell they weren't communicating. You could tell they weren't talking with one another. You could tell there was no communication because they were allowing guys to get free in the paint. They were allowing guys to come open off of screens and hit the shots off of getting the ball and passing it back to the guy diving to the basket. It was a mess. And Nas Reed from the corner three, you can't let him get a rhythm. His rhythm is what hurt him. Him, McDaniels, Walker, Conley, and a little bit of a little bit of Ant Edwards down the stretch really messed the Lakers up. Now, can the Lakers win this series? Like I was saying before, yes. I still think the Lakers win in 5 or 6. I don't see the T-Wolves getting that hot again, and I don't trust their coach. I don't think he's going to make the adjustment. They play a lot better without Rudy out there, but they don't want to automatically bring him off the bench. Excuse me, because if you bring him off the bench, then it's going to mess up the rotation. So I would keep him starting. As soon as he start effing up, pull him. So that's all I got for that game. Let me know in the comment section what you guys felt about the game. Tell me what are some of the things that you feel the Lakers need to do or the T-Wolves need to do. I don't see the T-Wolves getting that hot again, and I don't see the Lakers losing this series at all. I know people like Ant Edwards. A lot of people don't like Bron. I'm one of them, but they're not going to lose to this team. They're going to win this series. The only way, like I said, if they win, it's going to come down to making shots. And I don't know if the T-Wolves are consistent enough to make shots. Now, Ant Edwards can go nuclear and just win the game by itself, but it's going to take time. But the game was decided at the end of the second quarter. It was decided. The rest of the time, the Lakers were trying to get back close. It was done. Lakers were mentally out of it. They were mentally out of it. They were mentally done. So I'm going to watch today's games. I'll give you guys another video in about in an hour or two. I'm watching Memphis and OKC. So thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all hit the like button. You hit the subscribe. You hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit that bell to select all so you can receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can super chat or super thanks. And you guys can Cash App if you would like to. So thank y'all for listening, man. We are out. Deezy.